Sri Sharda Devi and her Divine Play, Chapter 28, page 528. Sharadananda could not attend the inauguration ceremony of the new residence because he had to go to Varanasi and Brindavan on urgent work for the Ramakrishna mission. On 25th May, he returned to Calcutta. Swami Arupananda wrote to Sharadananda describing the inauguration and informing him of Holy Mother's wish that he come to Jayarambati to see the new residence. On 2nd July 1916, he went to Jayarambati and was pleased to see the mother in her new home. The mother now decided that her new residence as well as the Punyapukur and some other land should be registered as an endowment for the goddess Jagaddatri. The trustees of Belur Mutt would be responsible for its maintenance. On 6th July 1916, Sharadananda left for Kolpara, accompanying Holy Mother and her companions on the way to Calcutta. On the evening of 7th July, a sub-registrar from Kotalpur came to Kolpara to register the trust deed. Swami Ishanananda wrote, "We were amazed observing Swami Sharadananda's love, sincerity and thoughtfulness in performing the mother's work. It was arranged that the sub-registrar would come by palanquin to Kolpara in the evening for the registration. At the courtyard of the mother's cottage, the Swami spread a carpet, put a bolster on it, and had at hand a pack of cigarettes, a beetle roll, and a hand fan. After a while, the sub-registrar arrived and alighted from the palanquin. He was a Muslim, 27 or 28 years old. The Swami was quite heavy and over 50. But the Swami got up and received him cordially. When the sub-registrar sat, the Swami began to fan him. We took the fan from him and he offered a cigarette, tea and beetle roll. The sub-registrar did not know the Swami, but felt a little embarrassed seeing our respect to him. The sub-registrar asked the mother a few questions and she softly answered, sitting on the veranda. She then put her thumb impression on the document and it was registered. The Swami served refreshments to the sub-registrar and walked him to his palanquin. When he left, the Swami felt a great relief that an important task had been accomplished. It was a great lesson for us, seeing the Swami's humility in performing the mother's work. The next day, the mother and her companions left for Calcutta and arrived at Udbodhan on 8th July 1916. Holy Mother had strong common sense and kept a keen eye on every detail. When the new residence was completed, the Union Board imposed a tax of 4 rupees and collected the money from Jnanananda. Holy Mother was then in Calcutta. The next year, when the village watchman came to collect the tax, the mother said to him, "Why have you imposed such a large tax on this property? Try to reduce it. I shall be able to pay this tax. But during my absence, how will these monks pay the tax? They maintain themselves by begging for food and clothing." The mother did not stop there. On 19th March 1918, she wrote a letter to Prabodh Chandra Chattopadhyay, one of her disciples and the headmaster of Badanganj High School. "My son, perhaps you know that the Union Board has imposed a 4 rupee tax on this property for the village watchman. It seems too high. So, yesterday I sent a letter to Shambhu Babu, Shambhu Roy, President of the Union Board, through Brahmachari Gopesh. I mentioned in that letter that this property had been dedicated to God and I am not the owner. Moreover, I am not a permanent resident of Jayarambati and this property does not have any income. The monks and brahmacharis who live here as caretakers are not supported by this property. Under such circumstances, it is not possible to pay this permanent heavy tax. I somehow manage my household expenses by the voluntary contributions of the devotees. There is no income from this property. In reply to this letter, Shambhu Babu said that he had already told you to write a letter to the district magistrate. I don't know whether you have done anything in this respect. I hope you will take action as soon as you receive this letter. Please do what is right. Shambhu Babu further said that it should be mentioned in the application that this is a religious institution. It has no income. It is maintained with the help of generous public. With blessings, your mother. The mother paid the tax for 2 years and then from the third year on, the tax was exempted. Jai Ma.